Hello techies, I'm Divya here. On behalf of CyberBrainer, don't you think the world of tech is evolving faster than ever? Now is the perfect time to dive in and build the skills that will take you places. With CyberBrainer, we are putting you in the driver's seat of your own future. We at CyberBrainer don't just teach your interest. We believe that knowledge is power, but it's applied knowledge that truly sets you apart. Whether you're diving into data science, mastering artificial intelligence, or exploring the world of cybersecurity, our courses are designed to give you the skills that matter. So let's jump into the session and make the future yours today. Thank you.
Today we are going to start the topic, like external career sites. And regarding this, I'll give some introduction. You know what happens. In real time a few things I can share. We'll start with the career site creations for today. We'll see on this. And career site is very important. And I feel personally, it's a simple topic as well. Because most of the time what happens. Client will give us the inputs. What are the modifications required? Each and everything. Those will be documented in the workbook or Excel sheet. That it will be quite easy. And just you need to understand, how this implementation will work. What is actually? It is but impacting all those things. If you're able to understand, that is more than enough. But however, we are not going to in this. We don't design any business process as such. We'll see into a few topics like creating brands, creating sidebar creations. I will not complete the whole topic today. Probably 50 to 40 to 50% I'll complete. I'll keep the things for tomorrow. Slowly we'll go because at the end this is also quite interesting topic. We'll go slowly as I said. And while taking up the interviews also you can speak a lot about this. External career sites, what you have done, all those things. If you can speak all those things, interviewer will be impressed. But I feel because I was able to understand those things. You'll be seeing a lot of, career site, right? Excel. Let's say example like POC because they use Workday, right? In this Workday. Once you click on this, if you apply for you or trying to apply for any job requisitions, you will get to know. The page will go to Workday page, right? Please enter your credential name. Password you can create over there. That means Workday is implemented in that particular company. That's what I want to say. We can just get to know whether the Workday is, implemented in that company by seeing these few things. This logic I just wanted to say. Also maybe the URL you can find out that Workday. I just wanted to give info, that's it. And every field in here is discussed with the client. Then only we populate each and everything actually. A lot of calls will be taken, a lot of sessions will be taking place and everything is documented in the As I said, everything will be documented in Excel or workbook, whatever it is. And what we are going to use this value, all those things. Just I'll show you some few screenshots. I'll relate to those things. Whatever I'm explaining that you'll get an idea, at least a little bit. Everything will be written in the proof, as I said. Then only we initiate the implementation. However, client will tell what all the things needs to be implemented. This is based upon the customer things. Whatever customer sales are mostly discussed, we initiate each and everything. If you want any updates or configured career site, and then those Excels and workbook, those are also updated. Any modifications or something. Again, we can do those configurations. Client requests any modifications. It happens like that. And this is set up pre-external career site. I'm just showing. Are you able to see the screen, right? Your screenshots. Just for your information, I've taken this screenshot. However, the client details handle. I just tried to erase all those things. Small. Got. Just wanted to show what happens. No need to be concerned or something. He'll give the details. See what is the ID we want to follow. He'll give what is the language, whether we need to publish the site. Those. Yes, he'll tell all those things. And cookie policy. See, do not show to any visitor. Again, this will be actually given by the client, as I said, and tracking analytics like all this information is collected during the implementation phase. The implementation phase. Correct. Correct. And I'm just giving the overview. I'm not going detailedly. I will explain you further. After 10 minutes, I'll explain everything. Just wanted to show this. You know how it happens, how it will be Excel workbooks. I just wanted to show this that you will get least a little bit idea. That is enough. No need to go deeply or something because everything will be documented right. As I said, tracking analytics, see branding, general branding, publisher brand, all those things will be there. That is what it happens. Like how the workbook will be. And job alerts, job details, and job details about us company, see here. Welcome, you're in the right place. You're looking for a rewarding temporary contract career opportunity. These all will come in the picture. Again, this is yours. Client will give us all these URLs. And these are, I would say, like these components, these elements which we are showing, this will be done through EABs basically. This EAB is far. I didn't much work on that because I must work on functional area. EABs and other team will be taking care. But I have a knowledge on EAB. It's not like I don't know. But however, these things will be there. Just wanted to show you that. And job posting templates, job requisition defaults. All the details will be in the Excel book. And sometimes, when it comes to offer letter and all, if there is any, anything details, everything will be here. Going deeply. But however, in this, there will be details which default questioners will be there. In the tenant. This we will use. And again, same. This, I was not aware much on this configuration setup. Not much in, important as well. Not an important thing. This is like this. Just close this tab. Now again, we are starting with creating external career sites. The task would be creating external site. Create external site. I'm sorry. Before we create external career sites, I just wanted to show you a few other things as well. Like I would say, see here branding option. Is there right? Are you able to see the option? Just wanted to open it. Yes, no. I don't know. See here, what are the brand we are going to publish? All those things we'll use. And sidebar creations. Everything I'll explain to you. Before I create this external career site, I want to include a brand which we are going to use. That when I'm explaining. We can just, take the brand whichever we want. I understand, right? I will create a brand and we will include that brand over here. That's the reason. Because when I'm explaining and again I'm creating what happened, this page will go to different things. What happens again? We have to do from beginning. Got. First, I'm going to create branding and sidebar creations. We'll go to a different page again. We'll create a path. I'll explain. It will be quite interesting. We can create a brand in this tenant because we do have access for that. I just checked afternoon around 4 p.m. whether it will work or not. It was working fine. Let us create a brand. Create brand right from beginning. We'll name a scheme. We'll name a scheme. We can give any description. Something we can give. Name I have created. Now we'll go to next page. Now you want to change any background color header. Like I would say, let us go to. Are you able to see the screen? Like the colors which I'm showing. I'm going to select this color. See here. For ash. This color I'm gonna FF67MB. Let's see. Then it will come. We got this color. If you want any changes for text colors like text, we can give F. You might be wondering that how you got this data. It's very simple. Like this data, this colors this. I would say just a minute. I'll show you. This data we can collect from, Word the community, which I collected, and I guess we are doing that. An accent bar color. We can give some colors like maybe. This will give. If you can do a lot of experiment. You can check how it happens. But in real time, Vishnu will we decide. We will design this as per the business needs. Absolutely. Because in real time what happens, everything they will tell. What is the color? Again, they will ask for modifications. And we can attach some logo if you want. I'm just attaching. An image banner like the background, how it looks. I'm putting this as a background. And next, we can go to this option. And what are the shape you want? Like that button shape. Rounded squared, LG squared. Let's see. Again, we can give some colors as well. We can do colors like something. Eight. We can give border color. We can give text color, hovering color. All those we can give. Just ignoring all those fields. Let us go. Maybe color. We can give here secondary button for the secondary button. Got this color. When it comes to progress bar, here we can give colors like certified. And everything, each and everything. They'll give all the data actually to us. It'll be interesting. It will be easy only. I mean, it will go quite easy only because the clients will guide us. What needs to be done? And anyway, we are going to do it. We'll get an Excel workbook based on that. And when it comes to this progress bar, this will be like you would have seen in the job. I'll show you probably. Like when we are filling the job application, at the top we are able to see some line side. There, a dot will be there in the represents a tab. I mean each job dot in the line. It will represent that tab. Once we complete a particular tab, it moves on to next particular dot on like this. It is shown and completed, or the color changes, modification will occur actually. This we will see a little later. I will go to next area. There are text number. F, right. It's E. Correct. Still, I'll ignore this warning. I'll click on. Let's see whether our brand is there or not. View all brands. See our skin system, right? We didn't publish it. I'll discuss all the features now. That the Now we are going to create sidebar configurations. This sidebar configuration, what happens? We can give detail about the company and what is the job requisition. These are all features which will actually impact. Actually, we'll be seeing all those things. But, however, first we'll create a sidebar configuration. Configuration. I would say in the left hand side, it will come like a spare shape there about the company, about the job requisition. All those details will be fetched actually. However, when we are creating everything finally, you'll get to know what happens once we create external site. A process by process we are going. It will impact. Create sidebar configuration. And then we'll create a sidebar configuration. Use it and with that, we can now. How come the text is auto-populating? Did you create something already or no? Actually, this is the part it will come. We can give any text what our client says. Usually it happens. I'm just trying to copy a few text. Other components see here. I'm just trying to copy that. That welcome, like welcome message will be direct welcome to our company. Something it will shape. This again, this will be given by client. No need to worry those implementation again. What needs to be, populated in the, sidebar configuration here, because that's important interviewer. When you're explaining interviews also, what you have done with external career site. You can tell them like I have done a sidebar configuration, branding creations. I mean, a few other things. You can explain one or two concepts. Which those? Anyway, I'll guide you in the interview sections. Control C and again. We'll put here. Here I'm putting again. I can add one more tab to this about the company. I'll put about you. Save the time. I'm just taking copy pasting actually. Got it, and see here you can select the image or about you can like logo you can attach. There's also one more option that it is giving right prospect. That is different because what happens in external care site prospect. Introduce yourself. That will be there. But what happens? Once prospects in the opening, as I said, that section will be, here only we will use this. That prospect, introduce yourself, that we will notice. I mean to say this actually, external care site, there is option. Wait, I'll show you prospect introduce here. It will have come here. There no need to do anything in that call. Here, we are just introducing or we are just telling about the company, about our company, and how we are that we can market ourselves, right, about the company. That's what, right, this is all about. Those things again. What is the logo, company name? Like you can put and in that channel side image, internet text. I am asking logo, then we can give. We created our external career site sidebar configuration. We'll just close this tab. We will try to reflect this in that channel while creating the external career site. We'll see what happened. Even I would have created, everything will have vanished, right? That is the reason I have done this planning. Actually, see again. This is what it happens. Just a moment. See, career sites are there are 3 types actually. One is external career sites and one is internal career site. The other one is an internal career site for non-workers. Non-workers in the sense like contractors. I would say internal career site for non-workers. These are all we are going to configure as if now we are looking into external career site. Yep, we are going to give the name career site. We can give. Let's see something we can give. Again, client will give the it. Actually, here we can populate this. Different languages, maybe Dutch be Portuguese or something, France, Italy. These are the languages. It will populate actually this external career site, and when it comes to embedded mode, why we select? We have to select this option. We would like this career site to be a part of some part of other, a big career site, then we are to select this. If yes, we have to click on it, and if no, we want this to be a standalone career site, and then we don't have to check it. If no, this is a part of just a standalone, you need not check it. You want it to be with the other career sites. You just have to check the box. See what? That's true. See what happens. Also, see, we will create external career site. Once we click on that, it will go to work the page right. Example, I'm telling from there, it is going to a different page. Right, that is what it means. We have embedded the career site into big one. Like that again. Client will tell what needs to be done, everything. And when it comes to a published site, if you can check this box, then what happens? What are the updates? We do everything. That will appear actually. See. Please note that updates to be published external site may take up to 15 minutes to take effect. For example, when you do job posting in the external career site, let's say you are doing it. You might be doing some changes. Again, you have to publish that thing, else it will not populate. I mean to see we are going to publish it, but what happens? It will take minimum 15 to 20 minutes to be affected. You do any modifications. Again, it has to be published once again. It takes some time to reflect the changes in the career site. Absolutely. And the features, whatever, we are adding that. That will be added, and we are not checking the box. I mean to say, if you check this box, whatever whatever we need to reflect, it will reflect, but it takes 15 minutes time. Any modifications, any adjustments, if you do, then probably once again we have to publish this. That's what I mean. And this downtime service all. What happens sometimes? See, if the URL is not this URL, let's say site URL is not working, that time what happens? We can give alternate service URL. that will actually, come into the picture, sometimes alternate, I would say. Sometimes our URL may not work, right? Client will give us the alternate URL. Here we can put that. Actually, I understood. And when it comes to external label collection, yes, I didn't work on this. However, maybe something like, let's assume external, let's see what is that code. One of the errors. I don't know. This, I didn't work actually. Maybe we can give some presumed passing or something we can give. This part, I was not aware. And when it comes to EU cookie policy, what happens? Definitely here client will ask us to include some policies. Here it always shows to all visitors like that they'll give. Definitely, client will ask the policy. What are the policies? We can, put it over here, the text. What does EU stand for? EU cookie policy, they said, but maybe our name, that's it. Cookie policies, we are using this. And when it comes to tracking and analytics, what happens? We can. That's for European. We used to use Workday. That is for the cookie. Which country policy do you want to follow? Is it for European or US or something like that? I don't know. I don't know the detail. Even I was not. I don't know the detail. That is the reason I didn't say. But it is for something to do with the country. I know that. Got it. Thanks for sharing that. Again, tracking and analytics. See here tracking analytics in the sense. Simply, I will tell you an example. It can track, who are all using the URL. Let's say example, you just tracking details. They'll get to know by using here. They'll put URL name, URL right. Based on that, what happens? They can track who are all coming to their website, all those things. The URL and everything is given by the client here. Absolutely. This majorly what happens. All implementation client will tell if there is any modifications. Also, everything will be done. That is the reason. This quite easy only. Not a call. I mean, we don't design any business process or as such. It is very easy. Everybody can learn, just whatever suggestions, they give the calls, all the things to be implemented perfectly. And they will suggest each and everything, what needs to be done. And if they're not happy again, we have to do some modification colorings, or the same. For whatever we created, those brands we can include here. See, it came as I think it's there. We have done it. I don't know why it is not reflecting. We didn't publish. It's not published yet. Might be the reason. We've done it. It is not published. I think it might take 15 minutes, I guess. I guess that's what we were discussing, right? C78? I don't think. It will reflect. No, it reflected. And we can give you no like header titles. I mean, client will say what is the title, all those things. Yes. You said it. Title 0 like display displays at the top of every page next to your logo to maximize space for navigation. Like use 10 characters or less. We have to use 10 characters or less for the title. And this homepage URL probably you know the way we click. See this button right? That water button. We'll use a kind of short click buttons over here. The home link text is an optional item. The header navigation that links to the homepage URL to maximize space for navigation. Username less than 10 characters as such. We'll see. URL we have to put for title. This URL we have to put for title. This URL we have to put for title. This URL we have to put an home link text. Next question. This is again, client will give us those texts. What is the text which has to be written? And this hide search for jobs link. This, I was also not pretty sure on this. And when it comes to default sidebar, whatever we created, we can just check that this one sidebar, and actually, as I said, it includes about the company welcome message. What is the job equation? How it will impact everything. Very, very important. This sidebar and branding actually, and we can use start your application message like welcome. Thanks for sharing your details or welcome like that. And when it comes to prospect, introduce yourself. You have to enable this option. In this you can enable. Header link and page title will be there. This is introduce yourself. As you know what is meant by prospect. Prospect is nothing. But in day 1 also explained a person who is looking out for job, but he didn't apply for any job openings till now. He is considered as a prospect. Once you click on apply button, then he'll become an active candidate, which will go into the review stage of job application. As I said again, based upon the performance, he'll be moving forward or decline, whatever it is. Page instruction text like, please fill in the basic details. You can do this. Suppose you require email address. You can give option email address, phone number or resume attachment mandatory. We'll keep because this is important and he's doing all. The resume should be there, right? That is what. And when it comes to default opt, in terms like this will be given by a client. This could be a link or privacy link, or it might be a text also sometimes. What are the terms which will be given by client? Again, this privacy, sometimes text also. Here, and when it comes to opt, in terms based on country, sometimes what happens here, terms and conditions will be different, right? For example, us opt in terms. I mean, that would be different. What is the attempts and conditions we can, add over here India, I can the details will. Again, client will tell no need to worry. As I said, this it's quite easy one. And opt in consent. Like I would say, please give the consent for the details which will be needed. Like that. See this up in consent. I would say like this message appears to the prospect before they select the checkbox. I mean to provide the consent. When he is providing all the details, he'll get to know, like this thing. Workday track the consent like his messages, languages and the moment of acceptance for this. And we are taking few details as well. Like we are taking few details from you. Is it with you? Like that it will populate actually his consent. Like that. And auto open source. Like we can define the source from where we came to know about the career site. Like let's say LinkedIn, Facebook. I would say like that. Where is the source? Like what should be the source? All we should consider for the prospect if by chance this source become a candidate. Because what happens again? This prospect will become a candidate, right? We need to know now itself where is the source he is getting. Where is the source he is calling? Out of interest like LinkedIn, Facebook. And auto tag to candidate pool. If the prospect becomes a candidate, then which pool he will be tagged? There will be like pools, like some pools. Definitely few pools they'll be using for hiring purpose. Or it will be like owned by recruiters. Or it might be restricted for particular job requisitions. There will be see here. You will get some pools. See, there are a lot of pools. Several panelists pool something. We'll get to know everything. Detailed client will tell us. Suppose if there are a few other pools also which will be maintained, like we can add a lot of candidates to that pools. This candidate pools and all, I'll explain you detailedly. When we go into that topic. That's what I'm not explaining as if now. And when it comes to auto tag with candidate tag, these tags are used actually, in the reports like maintain candidate tags all those things. And when it comes to confirmation message like thank you for providing us the details, like I would say thank you for providing the details, like that, like that. And anything which should be populated by clicking on the submit button. Like once we click on submit button, it will tell us this confirmation message. Like that, I would say. Again, we have some errors. We have to fill a few more other things as well. Any doubts far? Nothing as of now? Because what happens, we'll go a little slowly. This topic still needs to be covered. We'll again look a few things like I would say job alerts, job details apply, social profiles apply, intro background, all these terms and agreement. This is all. We will see candidate home, all those things tomorrow. I just want to go a little slowly that you know what happens. Once you understand the topic tomorrow, it's quite easy to design everything. Immediately, you can design in half an hour or 1 hour, whatever it is. Because my concern is just, if you are able to understand that we can cope up, we can match these things with the, like once we create job requisitions, we can post our job requisitions in externally. Skin scared, it's it. Just telling. Just we are creating this right. As if now I'm not creating because there are a lot of errors over just slaving it. Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel.